Hey guys, it's Sonia, and today we're going to be doing some Beachy bead-inspired Beachy beads. How many times Beachy beads? Can you say Beachy beads? I'm excited. Look at all this. Look at all this. So this is a bunch of beads that I have, and they're all just kind of pulled together here and of various color shades. So I see there's some labradorite in here, glass beads, old beads, all the stuff. Cool designs. And so one way that you can put together a bracelet is, you can kind of see the colors I have on, is just pull together a theme. So this is just a bunch of this color beads. And I'm going to use it today because I'm like, where do I want to go? What do I want to do today in the world of so many possibilities? Let's just start, because sometimes you gotta get to these moons. Sometimes you're like, what do I do next? You just keep going. That's all you do. One foot in front of the other and just keep moving. Just keep swimming. So I walk by these guys, and I have these pewter turtles right here. I have a bunch of them. Stay tuned, because I'm going to be relaunching my Etsy shop later this week with all kinds of beads that you can buy from my store. Beautiful crystal beads, glass beads, if you too want to get involved in some creation of beautiful jewelry. And I've got a bunch of like little dangles like this as well. So this is a turtle, and of course I'm on Lake Erie, so that's going to be a very appropriate pendant dangle. So I think I'm going to do some turtles today, pull out this kind of like mix of different colors we got here that just feels like the ocean, like the sea, like the lake. And and get started and do a bracelet. So since you saw me yesterday, I just lost my notes. Hang on. I worked on, I'm just climbing underneath the table here. I did 50 sets of earrings since you saw me yesterday. You may have seen me post it on my social media. I did 10 different varieties: quartz, lapis, sodalite, carnelian, obsidian, amethyst, rose quartz, tiger's eye, aventurine, and opalite. So I did 5 of 10 different kinds of crystals. This is my chicken scratchings here. So I did 50 pairs. And got them all labeled, tagged, and displayed today. So I worked late last night. I didn't film it because I was just kind of in the groove and doing my thing. When we stop and we film like this, it takes a minute because we're talking back and forth. But I just wanted to get it done. So I did film the beginning empty display unit, and then I also filmed the finished display unit filled with 50, I kid you not, 50 pairs of earrings. And they're beautiful double point wire wrapped crystal earrings. Can you guys see that? So you follow me in my previous vehicles. If you've been in the vehicle with me, you know I am a good driver, okay? But 6.5 right here inches is where I go. I'm using my template board here. If you are somebody who wants to use the same supplies as I do, I took the time since I got so many questions, and I created a link. Just go to sfbead.com, S for sushi, F for ferret, bead.com, and you'll see my link to the supplies I use there. Thank you very much. So I might even, you know what, if I really want to, I could even throw in some of this apatite beads, crystal beads that we have left over from yesterday's ocean inspired ammonite. Remember we did these guys? I still have this last singular bead. Actually, that would be so nice as one of these sea bracelets as well. Let's just throw that one right there to remind ourselves we have that one. So, it's all coming together. So when I go to lay out a bracelet, I will tell you the first thing I think about is I'm going to have a knot, because I'm going to be doing a stretch bracelet. So I was thinking as well when I opened this, like, this is a pretty big focal point bead. Look at that. Does not look juicy. So that's a possibility right there. So sometimes what I do is, this is just a personal design. I think it's probably pretty much like when I used to, by the way, this is a rooster. So cute that we made. Go back and watch that video as well. But when I used to paint furniture, I put things like, it's just my own personal style. I would do stencils, and I put the butterfly not in the center, but rather off to the side. I just always did this like catty corner thing. It's just, like I said, it's my vibe. It's my secret sauce. So when I do bracelets, a lot of times what I do as well is I'll put things just kind of like, you know, instead of this being a focal point down here, I'll hang it off a bigger bead right here, and it just kind of like dangles off to the side of it. And I love that. I love that look, right? Just hangs off to the side of something versus being all centered. And so when I look at something like this, it also makes me feel like I could do that for my center bead, and then Mr. Turtle can kind of hang from the front and everything else could be the back. I think that'd be a fun little thing. So know that when you do your beads, that that's a possibility. And then let's see what else we got here. So I always look, like I say, if I have a bead that could be where I put the knot that's going to be across from my focal. So I've got that figured out, and I'm just going to look. When I do this, this is going to be a very eclectic one. Oh, look at that. That green. Just kind of start spacing these out as I'm digging through them. This is like a cool one as well. Look at that one. That one's definitely going to be another focal point. So I'm just going to kind of spread out the green. This makes me really hungry. Look how that one. Magical. That's a possibility, but he's so big he could be focal, so we're just going to put him over there. All right, let's start putting some stuff down here, just see where they go. And then you can move it around, bring it around town, as SpongeBob says. Really, as long as you have the shades, you can't go wrong with this. There is just no way. It's another focal. We have had a busy day at the bead bar. Look how pretty that one is. Get a little bit of green. That one does look like underwater, doesn't it? It's giving underwater vibes. This one here, oh, that's a cool one too. Really cool shape. Put that one up front. I don't know. Here's another blue one. So if we put that blue somewhere, I should probably put it in the somewhere as well, like across from it, just to balance it out. If you hear like noises in the background, we are next to a construction site. I jokingly say that everywhere we go, just destruction ensues, because if you remember when we were in Titusville, before we sold our house, there was a fire, and the house basically was destroyed and had to be completely rebuilt again. And it went on for a long time, so long that the owners were not happy with the service they got. And let me tell you, as somebody living next to a construction site, it was a lot. It was a lot because the houses were so close. So it was like, felt like there was always somebody staring in your window. And, you know, when you're side by side in those big houses, you know what I mean? Think about that, like how they're just so close to each other that, yeah, just you can really just see in your house. And but I was gonna say, more or less, one of the things was how loud it was. And let me tell you, we got no sleep because construction does not run on your schedule, and construction is loud. So we lived through that horrifically. Did not enjoy that process. I think that's about it right there. I might switch this big bead out. He's kind of the only one that's a big one. We'll see. We'll put him up here because he could be a focal again, right? You, sir, are purple. I'm not really interested in you today. But when we moved over here, oh, look at this ceramic one. This one's like completely different. And I think I want to put it in there just to be different. Just to be different, because it's fun to have different colors. This guy here looks like one of those candies that you'd get that has like a little sugar or something onto it, which is kind of fun too. I could do that. Let's see how these all come together. Maybe I need one more tiny one. Is that you? Is that you? It might be you. It's you. Case closed. All right, it is you. Look at this, guys. Isn't it sweet? Can you see that? I don't know how far I can bring you down, but it is just gorgeous. Okay, let's start threading, and you're really going to see it then. But then we moved here, and they decided to demo. Oh, yeah, I was thinking, do I want to do a little bead cover? That was the only thing I was thinking about. I did bring some little beads with me. Might find a little tiny one in here. Yeah. You see these guys? These are so short. They have like a little flower pattern into them, but they're wide hole. So I'm going to hide my knot with that. That's what I'll do. And it's small enough that I think I can make it work inside there. It's fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. One thing you have to check though is making sure your beads all lay the right way, because it can make a difference. Just take one out for a second. Oh, that's so pretty. That's gorgeous. Because a bead laying this way, when it's threaded this way, is going to definitely give some extra length, right? So we got to make sure they're all laying the correct way, and some of them, because I have this upright to show you, is deciding to do a whole thing. I think that's good. Yeah, this one over here, I'll just put there. And at the end, if I need to add it, I can add it. If you ever need to give yourself some extra length, you can also go with a longer one of these little knot covers as well. So there's been a whole lot of demo next to us. That's why I say everywhere we go, destruction just follows us. So they have machines out there, and it's been rough, guys. Just, I don't know, I forget how big the building was over there. It was enormous. It was a big, next to us was a big hotel, pool, all kinds of hotel rooms. And can you hear that? They're out there today leveling the ground. We're getting close. We're almost done. They have to be done, but they started this project in March. So March, April, May, June. She's been going. She's been going for a bit. But what you gonna do, right? It is what it is. But they're cleaning up, clearing up, making plans. Like I told you, we are at the entrance to basically the Presque Isle State Park. We're right here, which is a beautiful location because millions of people annually go see it. So we get some of that traffic that stops into the shop every day. There's people from all over the country and beyond that come here. So that's been awesome. So what they did was they did this. I want you guys to be able to see what I'm doing as I do it. So they did this whole plan where they decided to buy up some old businesses. There's a bunch of bars, everything here, and they all got purchased and they all got torn down. And it's to like recreate a gateway of the area. So right here, this is where I'm going to hang my turtle, but this is a tip. Never hang your turtle by that loop. You need to put another loop onto it. Yeah, because he's just kind of gonna like sit off like a bead, and you just don't want a turtle straight off your bracelet. So I would put him on a loop so he can swivel and he can swing and he can get all flowy. So I think if I was a turtle, that's what I would prefer. Tell me if you feel it. I'm just gonna look for a jump ring that will work for me. So anyway, they're concluding out there. So if you hear construction in the background, that's what it is. Today, I mean, at one point I had 3 people together, a friend group that came in, teaching them how to make bracelets. I had a little girl come in, and she made a bracelet, but she made it as an accessory for her Labubu. Did I say that right? They're all the rage. And kids and adults, they're like these little tiny cute, I say cute. Not everybody appreciates my idea of cuteness. I know that from thrifting. I love the critters. That they are really cute. They kind of remind me of like the monsters that you see in like Where the Wild Things Are, or Bridge to, what's it called? Bridge to Terabitha? Bridge to Terabitha. I can't say it. You know that one. Just like shows, TV shows that have like little fuzzy monsters in them. Anyway, they're all the rage, so much so that, you know, there's always people replicating them. And I had somebody in this week who was talking about getting one, and they're like, but I don't know if I don't get it from the actual dealer, which apparently they come with a whole like certificate of, you know, it's authentic, and that I don't know if it's real or not, because there's so many knockoffs. So tell me if you have somebody in your family that is into the Labubu's, and there's these cute little fuzzy monsters. The little girl was telling me she has 12 of them, so she has quite a collection. Her dad has been helping her get them. So she made an accessory for her Labubu, and yep, her mom had one on her bag, and they're not cheap though. From my understanding, I think I was told that if you get them directly from the actual company, that they're about $200, but they sell out really, really, really ridiculously quick, and it makes it really hard for the general public to get them. This is what I'm told. And then people who buy them to resell them, of course, then the price goes up, and then it gets chaotic prices, like, you know, $600-700, if not higher, for depending on what one you want. Kind of crazy, right? All right, what do you think? Does this feel very beachy? So I think I might have told you before. Do I like that right there? Yeah, I like that. So I told you before that I have all these, I purchased all these displays. My friend actually gave me the one that I filled last night. I'm like, oh, I know exactly what I'm going to do with this one. And she's like, really? Because I had no idea what to do with it. So she gave it to me to try to come up with something for it. And I used clothespins, and it's a spinny little thing. And I put out all my stuff onto it. It looks great. Got a new little category, a new little merchandise area set up. So it's all good. But I also have more. So I have an idea as well to do a bunch of necklaces. I bounce between earrings, necklaces, bracelets. This is my life. And it's not a bad life at all. Quite happy with it. But I've got, like, I'm thinking about this bracelet right now, and I've got a bunch of bracelet holders, like bracelet displays. So I think I'm just going to fill them out. And I have a lot of different, I'm going to just, because this is a pretty heavy bracelet, I'm going to put a bunch of knots in. And it's got a knot cover, so nobody's going to see them. Whoever gets it is just going to have a really strong, sturdy bracelet. And I have a video, if you go back on my videos, where I show you how I do my surgeon's knot and how I do the seal. And it always works. And that's my go-to. That's how I put my spin onto it. So there it is. Who's going to see it? Nobody's going to see it. Wow, look at that. That is gorgeous. That is gorgeous. There's the turtle in his pool of water right there. Here, swimming. Because remember, when you put your charm on, this is not the width that it takes up. It's only that little loop, which is basically nothing. So that's why when you see me design it, I literally put my charm off to the side of wherever I'm going to put it, because the charm is not the focal point. The charm is just charming. So there we go. You ready to see it? Right here. There's our sweet little turtle, our butterfly. Our little hen right there that we made a few days ago. Made a bunch of these for the shop as well. Made a little nest right there. So, you know, every bracelet is never the same, but I love it. So what I'm going to do is, I wish I had it to show you, but it's a big, long, round kind of tunnel thing. And all I do is now I will, with this style bracelet, I have just the white tags that you put over, hang your tag with whatever is onto it. And then all you do is you just fill it all out, and you fill it out with all these colors of beads. So today I'm going to work through this entire bunch. There will be nothing left in here by the time I'm done with you. And that will be my goal today, to fill out a whole, and I have a bunch of turtles. So I might just stay on the turtle train today. Tomorrow might be starfish. But I figure, like, if I do a bunch of different beads with a turtle, that's going to be a gorgeous display. This is like candy. When you see this, this is like, oh my gosh, I need it. And you feel it. And listen, I love it. This is the glass beads. Glass beads, so pretty. So anyway, that's my that's what I'm working on today. Just wanted to pop in and do my daily live, and we'll keep it going. We'll keep it going. So hopefully this inspires you that your beads do not have to be the same. What could be the same about them is just using the shade of whatever it is, right, that they match together to go, in this case, with some ocean vibes. And then I'll have another day where I'll do a different color. But it's a great way if you have bead soup, which is like the random beads. Like, I have piles of beads sitting around me, and at some point I'm just going to clean all these and organize them again, use them up, put some back out on the bead bar, whatever I want to do. It's kind of always an exchange between my desk and the bead bar. Hopefully you get to them before I get to them. And stay tuned, because I'm going to be sharing my beads and selling little kits of beads and stuff like that. So, you know, you might find a little listing for a couple dollars with all, like, a bunch of random beads, you know? So beads don't always have to match. They can be different. And that's what's beautiful, and will make your jewelry different too. All right. So much fun. So much fun. So that's where I am. I will see you guys again tomorrow. Let me know if you enjoy just hanging out and doing randomness with me. Always fun. And then, of course, I love my little knot cover right there. Just kind of, you know, plays into that. I love it. It's perfect. All right, beautiful people. Have a great day. Oh, my ammonite too. My ammonite might be in the next bracelet, so I don't forget him. So I'll show you him probably tomorrow. He is a bead. Unless I wanted to follow my own tutorial, which I have a tutorial on here as well. If you go back in the last few weeks, where I show you how to turn any bead into a drop. So if I wanted that to be my charm instead of my turtle, easy peasy. I know how to do it. Did you see my video? So once you learn all the techniques, then it just becomes like plug and play. It's so fun. It's so fun. You're just going to have to trust me on it. You guys have a great day. Stay cool out there. Stay hydrated, and get into something that you love. And I'll be back tomorrow to show you what I'm working on. See ya.